Hey everybody, welcome back to the weekly Slimefun update with your host Boomer. Today we have 4 different add-ons that we're going to be featuring new features, new commands in. First and foremost, can you imagine being an admin on a server where if a player has been griefed, where you are going to have to replace something like this? Let's say a player had a network memory card filled with 16 million cobble, and under the server rules, they have to have the item replaced. The sheer amount of infinity cobble generators that you're going to have to set up to try to fill that card in a day is going to be insane. Never mind if you had to do it manually. So there's a much easier way to do it. So by having cobble in our offhand, we can simply right click by holding the memory card. It will assign Cobblestone to it. From here, we can go networks, fill card, and then the amount. So we'll put 16 million cobble back onto this memory card. Take the cobble out of our offhand, and now we can come over here and put this in 64 plus that, so we can confirm in our grid that we now have our 16 million cobble back. Steffi, you just made a lot of server admins' lives a whole lot easier. Let's talk about Infinity Expansion. There have been 3 new commands that have been added for add-ins. So we can use our IE, and we're going to talk about give recipe first. Let's say you're setting up a wall on some of the common things and ingredients on your server that players need to craft, such as a battery. You can be given the ingredients: copper, sulfate, zinc, redstone. Set that up with item frames on your wall. Real simple, easy, clean solution to do that. The next command we've got on here is the IE info command. So if, as an admin, you have to report something to the GitHub, not only do you get the Slimefun version right away, the IE version, you've got links to the core and the Slimefun add-on Discord servers, and a direct link to Riley's GitHub where you can report the issue by simply clicking on that link. The third item we've got is the print item command. This will be used for debugging purposes. So if something comes up and the dev asks you to run this print item command, this debugging command, you'll get all that information. You can take a screenshot of it and send it up to the dev for continued debugging. Also, a couple of recipes were changed inside of IE's machines. The decompressor. So let's just kind of look that up here real quick. When we look at the decompressor, this is supposed to reduce blocks to the base material. So items such as like a diamond block, quartz block, lapis block, those can reduce it back to their basic materials. There was a code typo where quartz blocks, if you decompress them, instead of getting 4 another quartz back, you got 9. So that's been changed. Additionally, the other recipe that was altered was the compressed cobblestone. There are 4 ways that I can think of to make compressed cobblestone and all its variants inside of Slimefun. 3 of them require 9 cobblestone, or 9 of each type of cobblestone, to make the next layer. There's one machine, the cobble press. This one will allow you to use 8. So let's bring up the cobble press. Okay, it doesn't show it. But in this case, you can use 8 cobblestone to make 1 single compressed cobblestone. But in the decompressor, you were getting back 9. So to avoid the ability of players to make free cobblestone, it's not duping, it simply was just following the recipe. It's been now changed so that a cobble press will yield back 8. So if you crafted it with 9, you're going to get 8 back. That's going to be the price of decrafting it. If you crafted it with the cobble press, the decompressor will give you back the exact same amount. So that will eliminate players literally making thousands or millions of free cobblestone. So that's definitely a good thing. All right, Fal's Amplifications. 2 new items that are in here. And really one's a new item. It's simply just been added to a gem. After last week's update, I think Fal heard my suggestion about loyalty on these tools. And he has, and I'm sure other people might have thought about it too, has added the Retaliate gem. This allows you to have your weapons come back after throwing it. Now, let's get into survival mode so you can see this. So we have to have one of these gems on here before we bind the Retaliate gem to it. So we're going to put the Tri-Sword gem on and the Damnation gem, And now we're going to add the retaliate gem. Now, you do have to make sure you hit something. Otherwise, if you were to launch your sword like this up into the air, it's going to go 50 blocks, or approximately 50, and then it's going to fall to the ground, and you're going to have to go chase after it. So we'll come back here and pick up our sword. But if you hit anything along the way, the sword will return to you just like a trident with loyalty. So if you are a PvPer, this has got to be a huge benefit for you, especially if you've got great aim, because you're going to get your tool back right away. All right, and finally, the last thing we want to talk about today is simple material generators. And I am so grateful because I thought this was a great add-on when Wallachs put it out. It's not overpowered, it's not OP. You would have to literally produce hundreds, if not thousands, of the generator to make that kind of material. The time and effort and resources, to me, I would rather go down the lines of either Infinity Expansion or Exotic Garden, one of those types of routes. This is a basic resource gatherer, right? So when we look at the redstone generator, it runs every 24 ticks or 12 seconds. The obsidian generator, 128 ticks or 64 seconds. It's not going to produce insane amounts. The goal here is, again, to give you basic resources. That's what the intent is. And the recipes for these are along those lines of the initial intent of Wallachs when he put this add-on together. So we do want to take a quick look at these. They're not cheap. You're going to need 4 broken redstone generators and a gravel generator. What's a broken redstone generator? A gravel generator and a sand generator through an ore crusher. So it is not cheap, but as you know, redstone is kind of the life of a lot of vanilla mechanics, and even some Slimefun items require redstone. I don't have a problem with this recipe being a little bit harder than the others. Same thing with the obsidian generator. You're going to need 4 broken, a couple reinforced alloy, and a stone generator. When you look at an obsidian, it's a netherrack, a smooth stone, a stone, and a cobble. And of course, a cobalt pickaxe. A very unique and interesting recipe for the obsidian generators. So you think you're going to need 4 of those. Again, obsidian is something that is not easily mineable in vanilla anymore. With all the other options that are out there, there's still no 100% fully automatic method of farming lava without additions of Slimefun. And even then, to make a fully automatic obsidian generator would take some work. Now, yes, it can be done. Yes, I actually have a design for it that I will be featuring in a future tips and tricks. But it's resources intensive and it's time consuming to make and build. So either one of these gens, to me, I think the recipes are fine. I think they are challenging, as they should be. And I love the ideas of what I continue seeing is new items being added, right? I'm the kind of person that says we don't need 18 different ways to make cobble. What I want to see is new and creative ideas and suggestions that come in. And I think we've done this here. I think SMG's community approach right now is doing a nice job. But even Fal and Cephii and Thezerix and everybody that's continuing, I think we're seeing that of more new and creative features and items coming in versus simply rehashing and redoing a lot of the old ways. And I think that's what's going to be the key to see Slimefun continue to grow. Galactifun is a great example of it. It wasn't just a replacement to Claytech. This is so much more immersive and growing. I look at, I know Cephii's got another add-on that he's working on that I'm going to kind of just leave in the background right now because I don't know much about it. I know that Alessio has got another one that he's been working on, and a number of people have been helping with that. There are some very unique and awesome things coming, guys, so just hang tight, be watching for those. But as always, guys, I want to thank you for your support, your feedback. Please continue to provide it for myself as the channel, as well as the devs, because I know they appreciate it as well. But as always, when you're playing Slimefun, gotta go Boomer, or you gotta go home. We'll see you later.